All right, welcome. Hopefully we are live. Welcome, happy Friday, everyone. Hello. If you guys are hopping on, we're gonna get started here in just a second. Welcome. Yay, we are officially live. Hello. Welcome to session 10. I will. Today we are going to be talking all about your mindset, money mindsets, having success, believing in yourself so that you guys can go run after these goals. So welcome, like I said, to session 10. This is our very last session of this Faith Over Fear Summit. I'm actually kind of sad that we're not going to be doing this anymore, but look forward to future ones from us because we are very committed to just bringing you guys the best content absolutely possible. But one of the fun things that we've done through this Faith Over Fear Summit, every day you guys have been able to hop on. There's 10 sessions, so you can go back, watch them again. They are on the Emrys YouTube channel, so you can watch all 10 sessions if you missed any, or maybe watch your favorite one again. But every single day, we've been doing a giveaway right here at 9 p.m. tonight. So make sure if you guys are just hopping on, you put in the comments hashtag Faith Over Fear. If you're watching this later, go ahead and say replay. We want to see who's on live and who's watching it later. Every single time you guys comment and interact on this Facebook Live, you're going to be getting entries for that giveaway for later. So if you tag if you tag someone, you're going to get 2 entries. If you share this live, you're going to get 5 entries, and you're going to want to wait until the very end because we have a call to action for you. And when you come back later after you do your call to action and comment done on this live, you guys are going to get 3 more entries for our very last giveaway. So welcome again. My name is Ashley Walmer, and I am a founding circle member with Emrys International. I am so excited to be on here with you guys today. I've been hosting this entire Faith Over Fear Summit with some fearless women in our company, and today I am so excited to be on with guest speaker Stephanie Johnson. I cannot wait for you guys to hear from her a little bit later with all of her wisdom and her tips and tricks and all her goodness that she's gonna bring to you guys. But I got started in this industry, you guys, when I was 19 years old. I'm now 36. My life looks totally different than when I first joined this industry. But I got started because I heard somebody say that you could make multiple streams of income. And I remember thinking to myself, well, that sounds good. Multiple streams, like who says no to extra money, right? Like I was in college, I was, saving money to buy good shampoo because my background is in cosmetology, and as extra money was extra money. I didn't believe in myself enough that I thought that I was gonna actually make it. The people that were talking and presenting up in the room, I didn't see myself in their shoes. All I could see for myself was making a little bit of extra money, okay? And then life changed for me, you guys. I've been in a couple of companies. I've had some success. I've had some failures. And it got to the point a couple of years ago, I believe it was about 5 or 6 years ago now, that I jumped back into this industry. And at that time, I had gone through a divorce. I had remarried. My husband now had also been through a divorce. So life for us, we had 3 kids. We're a blended family. He owned his own company, but financially, we were just kind of a disaster. And at that point, I was like, you know what, an extra fun in our life. And that is why I got back into this industry. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit, just kind of my story with overcoming some fear of making money and what that looked like and how I didn't see myself being where I am now. And I hope I'm not going to get choked up because it is crazy thinking back towards, when I couldn't afford, groceries. I cannot believe I'm getting choked up right now. Sorry, you guys, but it is just crazy thinking back to that time when I was a single mom and how this entire industry has gotten me through all of that, and that I didn't see myself where I was right now. I never saw myself, and I'm sure Stephanie could relate to this too, being able to be asked to be a guest speaker, giving tips and tricks in this industry of top leaders. You guys, it's crazy. I didn't see myself in that light. And so I kind of want to share a little bit of that growth journey with you, that story with you. And then Steph's going to give you guys some tips and tricks. And I promise I will try to rein in all of these tears that are starting to flow down on this beautiful Friday morning. Okay, so like I said, I got started because I needed that extra $500 a month. You know, we had 3 kids together, and we didn't go to the movies. We didn't go out to eat for dinner because it was cheaper to do that at home. Growing up, I had a family where we didn't have a lot, and that was okay. I never knew how little we had until I had kids of my own. But when we went on vacations, you know, we never stayed in hotels. We always went camping because it was, you know, just less money. And so I was like, man, if I could make an extra $500 a month, what could be different in our life? What could that look like? And so here's the thing. I jumped in and I told myself, I need $500 a month. I am worth it. My family is worth it. We deserve this. And my work ethic can literally write my paycheck, you guys. Like, I get to decide what I'm worth. I get to decide how much money I want deposited into my bank account every single week and every single month. And so within those first 2 weeks of me making that decision and jumping in, you guys, I did. I earned a $500 paycheck. And you know what happened at that point? I was like, oh my gosh, I totally can do this. Like I said, I was going to do it, and I did it. And then what happened for me is I wanted to go help every other person that I brought on board actually make that same income. And that's when everything kind of started to shift for me. And it became not just about me and my family, but what I wanted to do for other people. And then I started to dream. I started to think to myself, like, okay, well, if I can make $500 a month, I wonder if I could make $2,000 a month. And then once I hit that, I wonder what it would be like to make $5,000 a month and to be able to start paying off some debt that we have. And then I wonder what it would be like to make $10,000 a month, you guys. And every single time I started dreaming and working towards that next goal, I had to really get it in my head of thinking and feeling what that would be like. And I had a girlfriend, I had a mentor in this industry at one point tell me I was feeling stuck. I was at that level where I was, my paychecks that were coming in were around $10,000 a month. And I only tell you guys that so you can see the levels that I was at and how I had to redream and how every time I hit a new level, I would get stuck at that income. And I had a girlfriend that told me, you need to listen to this YouTube video every single day. And I was like, okay, I'll do anything right now, right? Like I knew I had to get my mindset in a frame of mind where I was ready to push past that next barrier because my family had goals and my team had goals. And I wanted to help everybody that was on my team hit those same levels as well. And she told me to go to YouTube and type in The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. And I remember thinking, is it The Secret? Because I already read that and I like some stuff, I don't like some stuff. And she said, no, it's biblically based. It's The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. It's totally different than The Secret. And I went and I listened to it, and it was like this old man voice from on the radio, and it felt like it was breaking up a little bit. And I remember listening to it for 30 seconds and thinking to myself, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through this. And I turned it off. And a couple of months later, I was still stuck, you guys. And I remember talking to her again, and she had said to me, are you listening to The Strangest Secret? And I said, no, I can't get through it. It's annoying. And she's like, can you just get over yourself for 5 seconds and trust me that I'm telling you that you need to listen to this? And I said, okay. And I did it. And after I got over myself, the first 30 seconds, I was obsessed, you guys. it's funny, Steph and I started this training, and it was on in the background because I was listening to it this morning. I listen to it almost every single day. I've gotten in this habit, but she had challenged me to listen to it for 30 days and to see what happened. Do you guys know what happened at the end of those 30 days? Remember, I said I was stuck at that $10,000 mark. I earned my biggest paycheck 30 days later after listening to that for 30 days straight. And it was almost double what I was making prior. It completely changed the game for me. And like I said, I thought it was so weird. So before I introduce Steph, I want to just give you guys a few of my favorite quotes that I heard in these things. These are things that I keep in my notes that I read to myself all of the time, because I'm here to tell you, if you've never listened to it and you go find it, you're probably going to think, I'm not going to listen to this, but I promise you guys, there's nuggets in there. There are content, there's quotes, there's Bible verses in there that you're going to hear in a completely different light, and you're going to grab onto them, and it's going to literally help shape everything for your business. Okay. So what the strangest secret is, we are what we think about. That's the strangest secret, you guys. That is the key to this, okay? So what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become a reality. Success is not the result of making money. Making money is the result of success, and success is in direct proportion to your service, right? Your service, your servant leadership. As you believe, so shall it be done unto you. Okay, little Bible verse snuck in there, right? People with goals succeed because they know where they're going. Pure, just simple, right? You succeed because you know you're going to succeed and you have that goal. Never give up on a dream just because of the time that it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway. I love that. That's one of my favorite things on there. And stop thinking of all the reasons that you can't be successful, and instead think of all the reasons that you can. Okay, you guys, those are like less than 10 different, 10-second segments of this 30-minute message. And when you're listening to that day in and day out, what started happening for me, the first day I was like, wow, that was really good. That was really good. And then what happened a couple days later is I started to grab on, and it went from my head to my heart. And I started thinking, I can do this. I can do this. I got this. I'm going to be successful. And I started redreaming it, and it started to shape everything in my life. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys that little tidbit. That is something that has literally changed everything for me in my network marketing career when it comes to thinking about something and putting it into action. And speaking of thinking of something and putting it into action, I get to introduce to you guys someone that I consider one of my very dearest. I got to meet Stephanie Johnson a couple of years ago, and we got to work together. And I just remember thinking, oh my goodness, this woman's sunlight and sunshine. If her personality is as incredible as her leadership, there is nothing that this woman cannot do. She loves her people. She believes in them. She comes alongside of them. And I am super, super excited for her to be able to share with you guys today a little bit of wisdom into some money mindset and believing. So Steph, if you're there, if you can unmute, just tell us a little bit about who you are, and let's give us all the goods.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Ashley. And also just thank you for your leadership and the incredible job you've done the last 10 days of hosting this Faith Over Fear Summit. It's added so much value. And the women you've had as guests, I mean, just been tremendous. I've just enjoyed it so much. I just want to say thank you. And that information you gave, just yes, I'm going to build upon that. But yeah, I'm Stephanie Johnson. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska. My husband, Brad, and I, we're a blended family, and we have 6 kids and a couple of dogs. And I just feel incredibly blessed to be where I'm at right now. And I feel like God sort of teed me up to be where I'm at right now. I didn't really ever anticipate this would be the how God gave me for my why, but he did. And I was a speech pathologist for 17 years. I was in traditional business for about 5 years. I've been in and out of direct sales. I've been very successful in direct sales. I've been not successful. But I've always been attracted to it. I think because it's all about serving, it's all about believing, and it's all about growing. And it is a way to do something for yourself that you can build a legacy for yourself. I am just gonna talk about bridging the gap a little bit, because I think that when you start an opportunity like this, and we have an incredible opportunity with where we're at in particular with Emrys and the company that we're with, is because we're a ground floor company. And I'm going to tell you what happened to me when I was asked to help launch it. But there's this kind of dichotomy that happens between when you're given an opportunity and this door opens for you and you decide to walk through it. You walk through it because you believe. You believe in success, you believe it's possible. But then there's this over here, and but can it happen to me? You believe in the opportunity, but do you believe that it can happen to you? So how do you bridge the gap? And because I have had to walk this journey and I understand so much what that feeling is like. As a matter of fact, the first 2 weeks after Aspen had talked to me about this, and I was so excited. I'd been studying this industry for 2 years prior to this this door being open for me. And I knew what was happening in the industry. I knew where it was going. I knew how professionalized it was becoming. I knew people were seeking opportunities like this. And then to have a ground floor company with impeccable character and honesty and incredible leadership, and not to mention the products that we have were in line completely with my heart and soul and every fiber of my being. I was overcome by the magnitude of the blessing and almost paralyzed for 2 weeks at what abundance I could offer to people and what could potentially happen to me if I really, really put my mind to this. And all of a sudden I was thinking, am I worthy of this opportunity? Am I worthy of this? And that's where the rubber meets the road. That's where the opportunity, the belief in the opportunity meets your belief in yourself. And so that's where I want to marry the two just for a few minutes and just kind of walk through the 5 things that I think are the keys to blending those two together. And Ashley, what you said about Earl Nightingale's the strangest secret's huge. It's absolutely incredible that we're feeding ourselves with all of those positive thoughts and those positive statements, but you really have to take it to the point where it's in your being. It's where you've grown new systems in your brain and you've replaced the other ones that are there. And it's actually a physical process. There's science to back this now, which I think is amazing, that these biblical principles that we've believed in are now being backed by science. And that is one of the ways to do it, is to listen to something like that every single day. But the 5 things that I think that have worked for me, because I have a very similar story to Ashley. I've always been success minded. I've always been an overachiever. Everything I've ever done, I have had to do the best at it. That's just me. But it comes from a place where, I was born a very humble means and always had to work 3 jobs in high school. And so the money mindset part of it, there's like the success mindset, and then there's this money mindset. Again, you have to blend the 2 of them together, and feeling worthy of that money and recognizing that all that it is energy and it's abundance, and God wants us to live abundantly. And so really bringing that into your life is nothing more than bringing more abundance that you can then pour out to others. And once I got that, my life literally changed. And I get emotional talking about it too, because there are times where, oh my gosh, I'm getting so emotional, where, I look at where I'm at and what I have and the potential that I have to make an impact on people. I get overwhelmed with complete gratitude, and just for the fact that God has blessed me, but I have received it. There's that too. You have to expect it, but you also have to be able to receive it. So the 5 things: gratitude, daily gratitude. It takes your focus just basically on looking for where you are at and saying thank you. So it's recognizing where you're at in the journey, being thankful for what you have right now is huge, because you're going to bring more things to be thankful for in your life, no matter where you are at in your journey, being thankful for it. Affirmations and affirmations of the truth of who you are, God's purpose for you, your vision. So that vision over here, the one that you said yes to, whatever that is, affirmations that when you said yes to that vision, that it is yours if you claim it, if you walk toward it. And so believing and saying those things to yourself, speaking into your own heart and your own soul with your own words every single day is one of the keys, honestly, because you've got to grow new roads in your brain to travel on. Taking action. So taking action every day towards that destination, whatever that is, big or small. Taking action is the first step of saying yes to a hope or a dream or an opportunity. So that's what the first action, but every single day taking action toward it, even if every single day it is listening to that tape, doing something, saying your affirmations, but doing something every day. We talked about income producing activities. Yes, like all of those things. It is huge. It builds your confidence and you get better at it. We all stumble and fall a little bit on the way. We get blocked by fear. We get blocked by so many things, but it's okay because you persevere and you get up the next day and you take action the next day, every day. Celebrating small wins, number 4. If you take the time, again, it goes back to gratitude. At that moment, you can celebrate small wins, but celebrating your own small wins and the small wins of people around you. We do not do enough to recognize, I don't think, our own small wins every day. And even if it's because you know what, success is not in the destination. Success is built upon the daily activities that you do every day. The success is getting up and doing what you need to do that day. We get recognized for months and weeks of successes that we've done when nobody's been watching us. And that those are the days that we get recognized, but really we have to be our own cheerleader to say, oh my gosh, I reached out to 2 new people today. Oh my gosh, or I did this or I did that. No, nothing is too small to celebrate the success, because that is how you grow and that is how you keep your mindset moving forward in the right direction. And 5, something that Ashley talked on was serving others. If you take the focus off yourself, that's which is what I was doing when I was given this opportunity, and I was like paralyzed because all I was doing was focusing on myself. But taking the focus off yourself and thinking about how you can be in service to others, that is one of the keys, because once you take the focus off yourself and you put it upon others, you're going to see so many blessings poured out upon you. And remember, having a money mindset is having an abundance mindset, and it's what you can give to other people. So those are the 5 things to bridge that gap. And just remembering that, just to sum it all up, first of all, you have to know your worth. And those go back to those 5 things. You're worth it. You are worthy. It would not have presented itself. This opportunity, whatever it is that you are going for, would not have presented itself if you did not have everything within you to achieve it. You have to just know that with every heart and soul. But how do you do that? It's those 5 things that I just shared with you. Your success is the journey. It is not the destination. We devalue the moments. We devalue the days. And we place more value on the recognition. We place more value on wherever it is that we want to be, but we devalue the day. No, you have to put more value on the day, more value on the moment. Making the decision is one thing, but managing your decision is a totally different thing, okay? You can make the decision that day, but you have to manage your decision by those 5 things, especially taking action within those 5 steps as well. So managing your decision is huge. That's all between your ears every day. Nobody is going to do that for you. Visualizing tomorrow, but valuing the power of today. Okay, so that's how I'm going to leave it. And just knowing that you're worth whatever it is that was placed in your heart. Your thoughts are the seeds. You have to water them every day. And so I'm just so excited that I got to share this with you. And my Yeah, I just want to end it with that and just say thank you so much. I'm so
Thank you. Oh my gosh, that was so good. I can't wait to go back and watch this and like take notes on your 5 things stuff. That was absolutely incredible. You guys, make sure you're giving her so much love in the chat. Maybe even comment what one of your favorite aha moments was that she said, because that stuff is so transformational. If you guys can grasp onto what she was saying and actively put that stuff into action. I know it might be weird at first, right? Like thinking of affirmations. I remember when somebody first told me to write an affirmation and I was writing, I am, or I can, or I will. I'm like, this is weird. No, it's not. Okay. And I remember Stephanie, even, she was saying that she started writing affirmations and she needed to actually record herself saying them so she could listen back and stuff. Weren't you even saying the very first couple times you did that, like it brought tears to your eyes, like listening to yourself say that stuff, you got just emotional just hearing where you're going and what you want out of it?
Yeah, so the first time I recorded myself, it was pitiful. I listened to it. I didn't in my voice. I was like, and like, no, I had to re-record myself. And so I recorded it 3 times. So it would take about 25 minutes. And by the third time, I started crying because I started actually believing it. And remember Jesus's words when they asked who he was, he said, I am.
Yes. Boom, boom. You guys, so even just I just muted myself. Sorry. Start a note on your phone today, you guys, and start thinking of, and I'm going to give you guys an action step, but start thinking through some of those affirmations that you need to hear for yourself. Your joy is your job, right? It's nobody else's responsibility to take care of you. That is on yourself, right? And so it's kind of what we talked about yesterday, taking care of yourself and making sure that you're hearing what you need to hear every single day, because you guys deserve this. You are worthy of this. You get to do this. God needs good people with money to be able to do good things. So if you're one of those people, and I've struggled with this about maybe feeling selfish or maybe feeling like you're greedy by wanting more and, putting that, you guys, God put those dreams in your heart for a reason. You've just got to go water them. He gave you all of these strengths and all of these abilities. And if you don't use them, you are wasting a gift, right? You are wasting it. And by you saying, oh man, I just need an extra $500 a month, or I just need an extra $1,000 a month, what you're also doing, well, I should say this, I'll reflect back onto myself because I don't want to tell you what you're doing. I thought to myself when I said, man, okay, I hit $500 a month. Now I would really like 2,000. If we had made $2,000 a month, this is what we would be able to do. And this is what we would be able to pay off. And you guys, I actually started feeling selfish because it was all about me and all about what my family needed. And by me saying and putting on myself, I just need $2,000 a month was one, it was limiting the Lord. It was limiting what God was going to do with me. But two, it was me saying, I'm only going to help X amount of people on my team because I don't believe I can make more, which means I'm limiting myself. And instead of saying, all right, Lord, do what you want with me. I don't care. It's not even necessarily about the number, but I'm not going to stop until every single stay-at-home mom can pay for her kids' groceries. When every single person out there doesn't have to borrow money to pay their electricity bill. That's when it's enough. That's when, enough's enough when it comes to what you're worth and what you deserve and what your dreams are worth. Because God said that through him, his power, that you are able to do immeasurably more than all that you can think and imagine. Think about that. Like our limiting beliefs on ourselves, through his power, he is able to do immeasurably more, you guys. I also like the verse in a different version that says exceedingly abundantly more than you can think or imagine. So stop limiting yourself, stop putting those limiting beliefs on yourself, and start opening yourself up to that. And I know for me, the very first time that I did that, I didn't know where to start. I was like, okay, I'm getting all this good information, but I don't even know what it is that I want. And I don't even know how to dream. Like I wasn't taught to do that in my household. And so I'm going to give you guys something we're going to give you the call to action. But this was the other thing for me outside of listening to The Strangest Secret that helped me start thinking about what it is I want and to get clear on what it is I want. I made 3 notes in my phone, and I titled one, 30 things that I want to have, 30 things that I want to do, and 30 things that I want to be. Okay? And this is not all about materialistic things, you guys. One of the things that I want to be is a present mom. I want to be a servant leader. I want to have financial freedom, right? It doesn't all have to be a boat, a dream home, a jet ski. It doesn't all have to be things that are materialistic, but I want you guys to think in the realm of your health, your finances, business, your career, your family. Start thinking of those 30 things you want to have. Start being able to shape what it is you want. And when you know what it is you want and you can put a plan together for where you're going, you guys, it's unlimited. Okay, what you can do. So let me give you your call to action. I'm super sad that this entire summit is coming to an end, but I couldn't think of a better person to have to help close us out than Stephanie, and a better topic than to think through I can, I will, and just the mindset of getting that right. But this is your action step, is a 30-day test. Okay. So this is what I did. This is really what happened for me with Strangest Secret. Is I'm going to read this, okay? Write on a card what it is that you want more than anything else, okay? Make sure it's a single goal and clearly defined. You don't need to show it to anyone, but carry it with you. So put it in a note on your phone or write it down and keep it in your pocket so that you can think about it several times a day. Think about it in a careful, relaxed, positive way each morning when you get up, and immediately you'll have something to work for, something to get out of bed for, something to live for. Look at it every chance that you can during the day and just before going to bed at night. As you look at it, remember that you must become what you think about, and since you're thinking about your goal, you realize that it will soon be yours. Okay? So your action step today is that 30-day test to write it on a card what it is that you want more than anything else. And for 30 days, carry it with you, look at it, think about it. And I will be super excited. This is my challenge to you guys. You guys blow up my phone 30 days from now. I want to know what has happened to you in this 30 days. All right, you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for hopping on here. This has been an incredible summit. Thank you, Stephanie, for your leadership, your wisdom, all of your tips and your tricks that you gave us today. Thank you to all of our guest speakers that made this possible, that took time away from their families and their that we're dealing with right now during Corona. I hope that something that somebody said this week has blessed you and impacted you in a positive way that you can then go and take and make an impact in your life and in your business. So thank you guys so much for hopping on, and we will talk to you guys and see you very soon. Bye, everyone. Have an awesome Friday and weekend.